Alright, are we live? Alright, something's happening. I think we're live on Twitch. I think we're almost live on YouTube. Alright. Welcome to the stream. So, before we get started, so this is the layout I'm going to work on today. But we're going to do some housekeeping. So, first we have update weekly stats, which I believe, yeah, it's a bit late for last week, but here we go. Check into rules text trimming for ranks. Let's see if he had a sample puzzle. Yep, let's check that out. And there's a bunch of stuff pending. But I think for now, I'm just gonna start with these. So, weekly stats update will gotta go to... I think here. I already need to automate that. Ooh, big. So, do I need to run it from Sven Codes? Yep, okay. So, you go in here. And let's also check this. So we have this week, that week is 9th through 15th, and last week should be from the 16th. I think I need to run npm run mongo. I think we need to do that. And then we can run that. We should probably also pop by the server, just have a little look around, make sure the hard drive isn't full and things aren't crashing and so on. Alright, I think the hard drive space seems to be fairly stable, so there's nothing, no runaway process filling up space yet. I'm expecting that to happen any day now. I really need to set up some sort of warning, something. Alright, so we're now this one and this one. No. Where does it go? It should go here. It should go here. Did I? I think I'm gonna have to refresh that. It's cached probably already. Yes. Alright, and then we can deploy that as well. I remember how. Deploy stats, not deplot. Deploy stats. Here we go. Let me check. The pings went out. So now this should be up to date too. All right, how does this look compared to the previous weeks? If I do this, what does that look like? This was the week prior, that's the week just finishing now. Slightly more puzzles, quite a few more new short IDs, and I didn't play a lot of puzzles, so that's surprising actually. Normally I'm the one who's... So that's good to know, because that means somebody else is playing those. In fact, now I'm curious, if I go under author, and I say the last 7 days, and I go to... Oh wow, thousands. Okay, there's more than anticipated. New York Times. Okay, that's interesting as well. Let's do this, and we'll do author. And then we'll do killer puzzlecluesudoku.com, right? And if I do this, and I say it's 30 days. All right. And the interesting thing is, there are references from YouTube. So does that mean somebody is doing YouTube videos on these? Can I search by this week? Is there, if I go under, if I look at the titles, right? If I search for SudokuPad Heart Killer, maybe somebody put that in the title, in the description somewhere. Can I exclude cooking the cryptic? Minus cracking. I don't know. There's no peak, so it's not like a particular video. It's like a very small chat. Oh. It's endless. So either somebody is doing the endless as videos, or somebody links to them, and then as they follow through to one of the other ones, maybe the references look like that. All right. Fair enough. I forgot that it's on the endless. I need to update that as well. All right. I think that's done. Actually, let's just delete that. So let's have a quick look at the rules trimming. Specifically for this puzzle. So, I'm guessing if I look at the source puzzle rules text, it's not on a metadata, so it's in a cage, all right. So it has trailing, so, cages to dot value. So it has a trailing \n. All right, and if I open that locally, and we'll go to here. The question is, rules text. I don't even know where. There's a bunch of places where it'll do rules, where it'll do some stuff related to rules, not in framework. Rules text, get rules. So I'm guessing get rules, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's getting called a couple of times, because I have a bunch of inefficiencies in here where the loading process happens more than once. I really need to fix those. I need to sync. Actually, let's do that. I haven't done that in ages, and not having those things synced is actually not good. So npm run fetch API all, but we also want to do a backup of the puzzle database, right? PuzzleDB alias4. Let's do local first. Should be quite quick. And they should be in here. under... I'm going to be here. Even the local one, yeah. Am I using the same naming scheme here? No, thankfully no. Okay. I can run the remote one at the same time. Probably. Probably. I should be able to. Okay, it's finished anyways. Haven't done these in a while. I should cron drop all these things. Okay, so that's gonna take a little bit. In the meantime, this should give me access to this now. Yes. All right. And get rules only got called once. That's actually nice. All right. So rules text, text to HTML, rules text.join. As if as So I think this is the point where we're gonna, and I almost want to do like a flag that I can change later on, but for now, we're just gonna do this and that, and I believe the \ns are literal characters. They're not actual. They're not actually. Yeah, and then they get converted here. So let's just do trim trailing blank lines. All right, and then we'll just do this. Replace. Any number of these. Any number of this. Like that. At the end. We're gonna replace with nothing. Right? That didn't work. Can I just match that? Matching against single backslash. A double backslash. A quadruple backslash. No? One sec. Am I confusing myself for nothing here? It's always confusing when the JSON outputs it. Does it? Oh, no, it's a literal. Okay, never mind then. All right, so it's literal. So we want that. And then we'll get that. And on this one, we have... sec. Do that. Do that. So now we're gonna blink these. Okay, yeah, so the box gets grown. All right, so that'll do the trick. If this is something we want, I don't know. But I think for now I'm okay to put that in until I get a counterexample. And this deserves a proper minor bump. Which I'm doing in the wrong place. Not here either. Right. I need to deploy what's on beta currently as well pretty soon. Been in testing for a while. All right. Trim rules. Trim trailing a new line in rules text. Line breaks. Line breaks. And I guess if somebody really wants to force it, it's only gonna it's only gonna, they can always add spaces. What does JavaScript has a trim built in now, right? Trim method removes whitespace for both ends of the string and returns a new string. But what exactly does it trim? So spaces, but also blank lines? So, can I see the implementation? Do we have... Ah, okay, so polyfill. Except the polyfill would be like 50 kilobytes of... Jeez, frick, I was right. Maybe it's not all of this. But it could be exceedingly complex. Trim internals. So internals string. Wait, so trim does this trim for string method. Okay, internals string trim. Internals string dash trim. I'm already putting way too much thought into this. White spaces. So it'll trim a character list. Right trim. Okay, so that's beginning or end. Left trim is beginning. Right trim is just beginning or... Huh? Why this? Wait a second, what? Just the beginning or that? That's not right though, that's left trim. And then that. Wait. That's weird. It feels like that's trimming only like empty strings basically. Our trim. Right trim should be trim end. Alright, but the important thing is we need to know what white spaces contains. And that is this list. Which is... God damn it, just tell me! Okay. So, it includes tab... Okay, it includes a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, that's all I really want to know. So, at least this does what we wanted, I think. Let's got that, and we got that. And I think that's fine. I think that's good enough to check off this item. Boom. Now, housekeeping, there's a bunch of pending things that I've started recently, and I haven't completed because I ran into problems, but I haven't really made decisions. And that's why I have a huge mess of different windows open. Work on the puzzle importer, work on colors, assign colors, fetch helper. All right. Algorithmic testing. Jeez. Oh yeah, okay. I can actually, that's actually fine. I can close that. The puzzle importer, I gotta continue work on it. But for now, I think we can finally look into the layouting, right? And for the layout, basically, I want to create a simplified layout with buttons removed. And in recent months, I've done a lot of partial work for that. I've looked into removing control elements, into moving elements around. And basically, I need to build this layout for the Project 9x9 folks. And for me, as well as a prototype for future customized layouts, right? And, we have a brand guide. We have some first puzzles, right? Yeah, and we set these up. Okay, so we'll have that. We'll bring that in. We have that. That's our test place. Let's make sure we have the local version of that, which should be there now through the file stuff. Yep, okay. And speaking of the file stuff, we should now be able to close that. Okay, so we have the local version of the database, which now we should be able to import. And I don't remember if I have a script for that. It looks like I do. And I think I need to actually update this to have the right file here. 546 megabytes. All right. Don't know how long that'll take. And that's from API. Ciao, guys. Have a good walk. Bye, Topes. So API npm run restore, and that should now bring my local database in line with what's running live. Let me make sure this is up to date. I haven't run in a while. Sure. What version are we on? 440, 44.4. All right, good enough. So we should have this, and that should now update here. Let's actually pull that out. Let me start up my new monitor. Maybe I can put something on there. Let me see where that monitor is according to Windows. Ooh, it's down there. Ah, that's actually good. This one is 4K. Okay, or I put it up here. It's gonna be super weird though because it's not actually up there. Okay. All right, let's put it there for now. Because then I can do something like this. Okay, cool. But then I'll get stuck moving it up. Okay, fair enough. Oh, and my chat always resets. Maybe I'll want to put it in front now. Like this. Oop. Ah, wait. Okay, cool. It's covering the bottom of this much. Maybe I can move this up. Oh yeah, I can. That never occurred to me before. I can just move it up. Wait. Make this a little bit shallower, like that. Bring this down a little bit. Cool. All right. Zero documents failed to restore. Okay, so we should now have a local database that's in line with what's live. So if I run this now, it should come straight out of the database. Like that. There's, I don't know since when I've done something and it's changing the dark background, but I don't even know, maybe it's some sort of like dark mode thing or like an extension I have. Yeah, you see it doesn't do it here. So maybe I have something here that tries to stop a flash of white or something. Let me see. Installed styles. Where are the styles? Manage. Check all styles for updates. Do I have... I don't have any styles installed. So I think I have some tool that causes that dark thing. And, God, I don't know which one it could be. I mean, Temper Monkey is an obvious culprit. Wait, let's do this quickly. Let me... So, currently if I refresh, I get a dark thing. Alright, so, if I disable... Can I not disable... I thought I used to be able to disable up extensions from here. Oh, wow. Oh, YouTube is really getting... Chrome is getting harsh about disabling and unsupporting... God damn it. Unsupporting extensions. Like, which of these would it be? Still dark. Temper Monkey off. Still dark. There's also different fonts. I mean, it's almost as if it's loading unstyled. Is it maybe just because it's not caching? No. What if I do this and then do this? Now, can I... The problem is now... Dark Reader. Dark Reader. Is it maybe Dark Reader? But Dark Reader shouldn't be doing this for... Maybe Dark Reader is doing it. Dark Reader for every website. Take care of your eyes. Eats dark themes. If I disable that... Oh, it is Dark Reader, huh? Okay. So why does Dark Reader not work is then the better question, right? Like, so for example, this background here, which for some reason it's not showing me as from here. Wait, this script is on the debugger ignore list. Debugger will skip stepping through the script, it will not stop. Okay. But why am I not seeing this? Like my hey, what's I don't have words. My inspector is not inspecting correctly. Why is that? Don't tell me I need to update Chrome. Like, hello. Does it work here? Yeah, here it works. Chrome inspector not highlighting elements. Zoom in on the Elements tab. What? Zoom in on the Elements tab. What do you mean by zoom in? Like that? Is there something else maybe that I'm getting wrong here? Okay, this worked for others. Ah, close and reopen. Okay. Don't know why that worked, but what the hell? All right. I wanted to check the background and why. But delete that. Right. We're still white. If I delete that, we're still white. If I select that, so our body is white. And then where is the dark modi stuff? So if I do this, we get to here. But there's some reason, for some reason, Dark Reader does that, right? But does Dark Reader do that? How does? What it does? How does? Is it in? Maybe is it on HTML itself? Like, there's a color there, right? And what's creating that color? Okay, so whatever is behind it, we're at 75%. So whatever behind that is still dark. Okay. So now we're looking at HTML. But I'm not seeing a background color here. Color. Background color is this. If I go to this, whatever this is the body. Width 80%. Okay. Outline 10 px solid magenta. Okay, so what's on the outside of this solid magenta? So somehow Dark Reader changes this color. Interesting. CSS change color behind HTML element. How do you style? So Dark Reader somehow does it. How does Dark Reader change background? So Dark Reader somehow changes that. Can I talk to Dark Reader here for a moment? Dark Reader, where are you? Dark Reader, can I talk to you for a second here? Only for site list. On, off. On, off. On, off. Wait a second, there's still something going on here. This is off now. But if I disable it completely, it doesn't do that anymore. Huh, weird. All right, something to keep in mind and probably look into. But on the flip side, I might also want to look into seeing if I can do something to improve compatibility with Dark Reader and potentially all auto dark systems. So there's some issues, especially with the filters. Okay. All right, so this is one of our puzzles. So we have this. Let me just move these over here. Oop. We have that. We have this. We have these guys. We have our brand guide, and we have our layout here. So we need to basically make a feature that can customize things. So we will start by creating a new feature. All right, so we'll call it feature project 9x9. And this has got to go in the right place. Here. And we're going to add that feature. Just like all the others. And I'll build it custom for 9x9 for now on the quick, but then this needs to probably to two different ways. Customization for layout and customization for controls and such. All right. So now we can do this. P9x9. Just making sure this file is getting called. Can I do it from here without worrying about... No, I need to have the network tab open with disable cache, I think. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And I want to have this sorted so I can look at whatever feature I worked on most recently. Emoji, definitely not. Copy cells, probably. And it should be a simple one as well. Feature project 9x9. Right. Project 9x9. Right. All right. Is that enough? All right. Now the feature project 9x9 is not going to be a setting people can alter. It's something that's going to get triggered through the URL because they need to be able to link to it from the outside, right? So for now, there's probably not going to be a setting. Okay, but I have a whole bunch of stuff hidden in these untitled files, which I'm going to need. So the question is how we're going to bring these in. So I want to have this, and we're going to have something like, what shall we call it? Something like that. Right. So on init, we're going to look at the URLs. So I'm going to look at URL params. URL search params. So I just want to search for that quickly so I don't reinvent the wheel. Now, I'm not sure if I want this layout thing. But for now, because I might want to actually use that for something else. But for now, this should be fine. Okay. So we'll just say if blah, blah, blah. And let's do this a little bit organized. Boom. If us.gate layout equals 9x9. This dot attach element, I guess. Actually, let's do it this way. Something like that. And init and layout, yada yada. All right, don't need that. And we'll start with clearing out some of the buttons. So did I add these things in a feature in the past? Did I add these in a feature in the past? I might have. Will I remember what it was called? We have feature layout for sure. But I don't think feature layout did do the button stuff. Do we have a feature custom controls, custom colors, custom, So I might never have to, I might never have included that code into a, into a proper feature before. Okay, so it might, hopefully it'll be one of these. I think it might be one of these guys. So if I do this, for example, did it change something? Maybe not. Wait, is it supposed to do? It's supposed to execute, no? What's wrong with this? Oh, no, it's the whole thing. All right. Okay. So this does something. Something we can work with. So, what do we have to do? Grab that over here. So we need to remove a lot of buttons, right? We're gonna have to move a lot of buttons around. So for now, we're gonna try to remove all right, I'm gonna make this a little larger for a sec. Oops. Try to figure out what's happening here. All right, so set tools, set controls. So these are all going to be helper functions, right? So we're going to have something like set tools here. It's going to be async. Going to have a tools argument. And it's basically whatever's in here. Right. Like that. All right. Then we'll do something similar for set controls. Controls. This is going to be async as well. And we're going to move that in here. Nope. In here. Why is this one unhappy? Because I did this wrong. All right. And then these are just some testy testers. Now this init layout needs to be async. So we might as well call it asynchronously. Okay. So, and here what we're doing, rules settings restart. So that removes rules settings restart. I think I want to be able to trigger this manually for now. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna run this one, right? And we're gonna do framework dot features dot project 9x9 dot init layout. That controls is not defined. Sure. Okay. So if I do this, okay, so we can remove it. We can remove these buttons. Now we've talked about moving all of these basically, or moving these to a completely different place. So if I pass in an empty array here, Does it get rid of all of them? How did I not get that right after so many tries? Okay, that just works. Great. Okay. So can we just run this then? So if I just say normal, none of the others. Um, 9 by 9. Okay, we don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. So I think there's a timing issue. Set tools. Okay, no, it's just I haven't objectified it. Okay. Now, to hide this automatically when there's only one control, I might see if I can do this automatically within the system. Now, the other thing I want to try is if I say feature letters, is that the thing that we care about? Settings tool letter. Settings tool letter equals 0. If I do this, settings tool letter feature, no, completely wrong. And that tool letter is not off. Tool letter is not off. Can I not do that? Feature. Feature. Is that not a feature? Because I have a setting for it, right? So we have this. Enable letter tool. Enable letter tool. Nah, this might not go through my system at all. So name tool letter. Tool letter. Okay, so I don't know exactly how that's getting processed, and I don't know if I can temporarily disable that. Let's find out. URL search arms setting dash settings. But the problem is right now, I don't actually know if well, it's got to be a setting, right? So dot get settings. I do this. There should be tool letter true. Now the question is, does this change it temporarily or permanently? Settings value includes two lowercase. It's true. So I cannot disable a setting? Refactor the into app. Handle manual update of such settings. Change user changed. Okay. So if I do this, setting name, setting value, and this. So it should give us old and new, right? Except it's not. Is that not gonna happen here? Get query settings. Okay. We'll do that. Do it correctly. Okay. Feature. God damn it. Setting. You can toggle features. You can toggle settings though. So then it's gone. But if I look at the same thing without the arguments elsewhere, it's still on. So somehow it is getting changed temporarily. Okay. How? Settings. So it doesn't write to settings at this point? I mean, it's great. It does exactly what I need. But it feels strange. I think if I toggle another setting, it might save them all. So if I go in here, and let's say I disable the pen tool, and now I refresh this. No, it didn't save that. Settings, not find. Settings, get settings, get settings. Turn settings. So wait a second, how do I do this? Query settings. Oh, no, okay, cool. So I do have a temp settings mechanism. All right, that's basically what I wanted to figure out. All right, cool. So we don't actually have to worry too much about that. But we want to do this without the query string mechanism, right? So then the question is, in its settings, get query settings, is that being called anywhere else? No. So we're doing this. Right. And then we want to change those settings here. So let's do that first. Settings. So if I do this, tool letter. Right? Product 9, init layout. Did I break something? Did I break something? Handle init. Oh, because it's not done automatically right now. Okay. Okay. So the two-letter setting is off because of this. Like this, it's on. But now, if I query settings, saved settings, assign settings for each set setting. So if I just do this, after setting it as a temp setting, right? So if we'll do two-letter, false, and we'll do framework. We'll do that first, so when it's saved, it's getting handled properly. We'll push that. Right, so that now should disable that, except it's not. If I push in a 0? No. If I do this afterwards, undefined two-letter 0. I'm wondering if this is happening too early. It is happening too early. Okay. So in its settings, might happen around the time a puzzle gets loaded. Set interval. So, wait a second. When exactly does this happen? After the document is loaded. What's the first event that's gonna get emitted from from anywhere. If I look at framework under trigger, show dialog, close dialog, toggle setting, show dialog, toggle setting. Okay, and here, start, trigger, start, stop. I mean, any of these will be later than this, but do we want to wait that long? Handle DOM content loaded. Why does this stuff happen so early? Where does that get triggered from? Let's have a look at that. I thought it would happen after app is... I mean, app should be available here, right? So how is app available? But in its settings, happens quite a bit later. Maybe there's another thing going on. We have that. Because we probably have that in the history of this function as well. Sorry if that's a bit small. Handle init. So handle DOM content loaded 5496. This happens here. Ah, no, this happens right away, doesn't it? So if we want to wait that for that, await framework dot. Is that a thing anywhere? Framework dot. So with app. So there's probably with app, get app. Get app. So we can just do await get app. So does that mean app isn't actually a thing here? That's gonna be... Oh, app is definitely a thing already. But in its settings happens here. Okay, let us look for this guy. 5496, right. Do we have... So that happens earlier then. Yeah, it does. We've got a sleep, then we have app.init. Handle.content loaded. App.in is down here. These shouldn't take any time at all. They're not even async, right? So they're all happening here. So it's specifically this sleep thing? A lot of settings features ahead of it. Okay, like literally, I did that literally to make sure that happens before. Okay. So we should be able to just do this then here. And we'll probably put the await in here. So let's put that here then. And then here we do await framework dot is it get app? Get app. Is that being used anywhere else? Get app then. Okay. Okay. And the setting should still be here. Okay, cool. So that's exactly what we need. We need a way of basically temporarily hiding apps, right? So we'll do something like const disable settings or force settings. Actually, let's put that as up here somewhere. But forced settings. Connecting, reconnecting. Uh-oh. Why did you do that? Come on, get us back. This happened last time as well. OBS disconnecting, reconnecting. Why is it doing that? Okay, the stream is running, but last time that started happening over and over and over, and then I had to stop. Was I not connected to YouTube before? Because I just got a disconnect and reconnect from OBS, and I would like to know why. OBS logs. Open. There's what? Settings are settings, not an option to open a folder. Is it under advanced maybe? Is there literally a button that says that? Okay. Nope. Edit. Nope. File settings, show settings folder, show profile folder. Oop. Don't know if I wanna open random folders though. Profiles. Scenes. Okay, file, show settings folder. Okay, well there's a logs folder here. Does that... Why? Why? Why is it disconnecting, reconnecting? Well, I guess this might many times the bandwidth that I need. Like, what the hell, man? Tatiman, let me know if things look wonky on your end. With here. 50 megabits. Write and send error. OBS, write and send error. What do these mean? That is that network losing connection to a specific server completely. This isn't an OBS. Is this a restream issue? Send error. Advanced stop in 12 frames. Output. Number of drop frames due to insufficient bandwidth. Connection stalls. Japan streams. Warning. 2 frames left in the queue on closing. I'm wondering what has changed on their end because it has been great for years until now. If I change directly to YouTube, the problem is